The blame game continues as Republicans criticize President Joe Biden for the record number of migrant crossings at the southern border in December.
And that's because Joe Biden has eliminated all of the 4 policies that Donald Trump put in place that led to the lowest illegal border crossings in 40 years.
The White House blames House Republicans for blocking a funding package that included $14 billion to hire immigration judges and agents, pay for shelters, and provide surveillance technology.
The president understands that there's a problem at the border. He put forth on his first day something to deal with that problem.
A bipartisan group of senators and the White House are trying to broker a compromise to combine that funding with changes to immigration law. Meanwhile, back here at home, one Wisconsin community is pleading with the White House for help.
Leaders in Whitewater say they're struggling to keep up with about 1,000 migrants who have settled there. CBS 58's AJ Bayatpour explains what the strain is and shows you one place trying to help those new arrivals fit in.
While the migrants first started arriving in early 2022, the traffic has picked up. On December 28th, Whitewater's police chief and city manager wrote a letter to the White House. They're asking the Biden administration for help as this city of about 15,000 handles an estimated 800 to 1,000 migrants.
I'm not going to lie, we did close for 2 weeks at one point just to sort of reassess how we were serving the needs of everybody.
Christine Zabayos, director of the community space, says there was not a huge increase in visitors, but they were seeing a lot of people with no idea how the space works.
Sometimes we felt that we had people who were maybe taking more than they needed just because they didn't know they could come back.
For the city, the strain was more severe. The letter states police are struggling to watch the entire community because they're seeing 3 times the number of unlicensed drivers. Then, the city says it bought, quote, costly translation software so police could communicate with migrants when handling traffic cases up to more serious cases, including sexual assaults and the death of an infant.
We have a broken legal immigration system. We have a broken illegal immigration system. The illegal immigration system has gotten so bad that we have to solve that first.
Congressman Brian Stile is among more than 60 House Republicans trying to make that point by visiting the southern border. As for why so many migrants have ended up in Whitewater,
I think there's a lot of assumptions as to why it's playing out in Whitewater, but obviously once you get a handful of people, they're going to reach out to their friends, their neighbors, their relatives, and that's part of the process. The other is because Whitewater's a college town, and in 2022, a lot of things were still remote and online. A lot of housing became available in Whitewater.
Zabayos says the community space tries to ignore the politics and is offering English classes in addition to the food pantry and clothing section.
This is the community around us, and that is our mission to serve them. And that community is not just Whitewater, it's the greater community. We don't ask where you come from. We don't ask what your income is. We don't ask if you're documented or not.
For the community space, one of its big priorities in the next week or two is getting more coats, particularly for people who are not prepared for a Wisconsin winter. Reporting in Whitewater, AJ Bayatpour, CBS 58 News.